back at it. Affirmative podcast.
Yes, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back.
This episode number 2.
Two.
Yeah, we're back at it, man. Because how was your day today? Like, how's your week?
Ooh, my week started off a little rough.
Okay.
I actually, but Sunday I had to give my testimony. Honestly, I didn't even get to get through it all the way. It was really hard, really tough to just like read it out loud in front of a bunch of people. Um, and I don't know, I was like, just out of nowhere, I just started crying. I was just so sad, but my cousin had to finish it for me. And she didn't even get through the whole thing herself. Because if I'm being honest, I don't think it was time
Yeah.
for my testimony to be written. Like what I was able to say was just all that needed to be said.
Yeah.
But yeah, from Sunday to now, I'm actually doing pretty good. My allergies messing with me though.
Yeah. the way we did this in Houston,
This weather.
this weather's crazy. You got ragweed, pollen, all this different kind of stuff. Just whatever. But that's good. Well, we here now.
Yeah.
Here now. My week was good, busy. Just trying to do what I can do until I can't.
Yeah. I feel that.
And so I know this week we spoke in a car that I wanted to touch on. We have Thanksgiving coming up.
Yes. Yes. Which I am so excited about.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, most people, when you think of Thanksgiving, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Turkey.
Yeah. What else?
I love sweet potato pie.
Sweet desserts, all kind of desserts.
All that. The food for sure.
Food.
When Thanksgiving, I love food. I just love to eat, but then also too spending time with family and friends that you don't really get to see every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for sure the food.
Food. And as diabetics, that can be kind of challenging. I know for myself, last year, that was right before I got my diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
But I had already started changing. I didn't know what was going on with me, so I was trying to do pescatarian. And so last year, I ain't had no turkey. I just had fish.
Oh, yeah.
Salmon.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was eating salmon. And I don't know about you, but fish just doesn't fill me up just having fish alone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like, and I wasn't eating much bread either. So I was just like fish and vegetables.
Yeah.
It ain't do much for me. So this year, I'm kind of glad that I incorporated some more meat into it. But let's just talk about the struggle, not even the struggle, but just the choices we have to make as diabetics when it comes to making the right decisions
on holidays and stuff.
Holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I want to piggyback off of because you said that you were going pescatarian. Around that time, I stopped eating beef and pork. Like I haven't had beef and pork in like 7 years. But then when I got put on dialysis, they said that I needed to intake more protein. So before I got on dialysis, they said to stop eating protein. When I got on it, I had to start back eating protein. So then I started back eating like lean meats, lean beef and stuff like that. So yeah, so even Thanksgiving last year, I was only eating like chicken.
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat no beef, no pork, nothing really with starches. I think I had like maybe one piece of chicken and I don't know what else, but yeah, I really did not eat last year.
Now, with your dialysis, how does that affect what you eat? For the people who don't know, what is dialysis exactly for people who don't know, and then how does that affect what you eat?
Yeah, so dialysis. So in order for you to get on dialysis, you guys please go to the doctors, especially if you're diabetic. Y'all have to go to those once a year checkups to make sure that everything that you're doing is what you need to be doing, and just to stay up to date on anything. But when I went to see my endocrinologist, she was saying that my creatinine levels looked a little low. So your creatinine, it depends on the spectrum where you are. I can't remember exactly what my number was, but she was like, this just does not look right to me. And so from that moment until now, like my number, well, not until now, but that moment she said, you need to go see a nephrologist. Ever since then, my numbers kept going up and up and up. And so I ended up in renal failure. And so I think my creatinine, it hit like a 3, I think. Once you get to a 7, you're done. Like there's no reversing that. There's no going back to it. So even when I was at a 3, I think I was at a 3, the first nephrologist that I had, he had no idea what to do. He was telling me to be plant-based. Then he was saying to go vegan. And he was saying to, like, not eat so much protein, but I was letting him know, like, well, I don't eat beef, I don't eat pork, and then when I do eat chicken, it's not much. And he was just trying to tell me to do all these different things, and I was trying to switch up my diet and do all of these different things, but I don't know if it made it better or worse. Obviously, it made it worse. And so my creatinine went from a 3 in just a couple of months to a 7, and I had to switch my nephrologist because he didn't seem to be helping me. So my grandmother, she got me in touch with her friend Miss Kathy, um, and got me in touch with this lady named Dr. Winston. She has been amazing since the moment I saw her. And she, when she saw me, she was like, I don't know if you're going to make it or not. Like, if I was to have went home the day after I saw her, she said, I don't know if you're going to make it. I think you need to go into the hospital. We're going to have to put you on dialysis. And she gave me the options. She asked me what it was that I wanted to do. She wanted to hear me out first and then, make her medical diagnosis on what she thought I should do.
Right.
So, the next day I had, this was definitely in December of last year. This was December 19th. I think I had that appointment. She said, I need you to go to the hospital. You need to go. So I said, okay, well, give me some time to like mentally prepare. Yeah. And I was like, can I just like wait till tomorrow or something, like just to get myself together? She said, yeah, but we need to make sure you get there as soon as possible. So I went in on the 20th. In the 21st, I had to go to surgery. I actually chose peritoneal dialysis. There are actually, uh 4 different options that you can do once you get into renal failure. You have hemodialysis, peritoneal dialysis, you can do a kidney transplant, or you can just choose not to do anything at all. And I chose to get on peritoneal dialysis, and I can explain more about that to y'all like later. We can do like another video. Yeah. But yeah, y'all, I went into the hospital. She said, yeah, we're gonna have to put you in there. On the 20th, I went in. 21st, got my surgery, got the catheter put in, and then on the 22nd was when I started my first treatment for dialysis, and I didn't go home until Christmas Day. So it's kind of like a Christmas miracle. Yeah. So yeah, I went home on the 24th.
And so, how has dialysis affected the foods that you eat?
It has affected the foods I eat a lot. So you can't eat dairy, you can't have chocolate, you can't eat like nuts, grains, no sodium. It's a specific diet that you have to stick to. But because of me now and how well I'm doing, I don't really have as many restrictions. And also being on peritoneal dialysis, I don't have as many restrictions as someone would on hemodialysis. So if you're on hemodialysis, you're very strict. You can't really eat much of anything. Um, yeah, you can't eat much of anything. But yeah, no chocolate, no dairy. So I can't have nachos, y'all. I honestly just have to watch what I eat.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then on top of that, I have to watch what I eat as a diabetic. So I'm like,
yeah, double whammy. So what is the game plan? So with the restrictions you have for the dialysis and the restrictions you have for diabetes, what is the game plan look like for Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays that we have coming?
oh, so obviously I can have as much protein as I want. Yeah. But I do have to stay away from the sodium. So I don't know. I'm honestly, I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't know, like, what everybody's cooking is like because I go to 2 places. I have my mom's house and then I go to my aunt's house. So when I go to my aunt's house, I know they have like a plethora of options, but I'm just like, I honestly don't know. Yeah. Because if they have mac and cheese, I can't eat the mac and cheese.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I miss, even on the type 2 diabetes side for myself. Is like I eat mostly a carnivore keto diet. Mm-hmm. So that's mostly all the proteins, no pastas, no rice, no bread, low carb vegetables, very minimal fruit. If I eat any fruit, it's berries, strawberries, blueberries, cranberries, all that. So for Thanksgiving, my plan is I'll eat some of the turkey. I'll eat some of the chicken, you know. If they have any other kind of like ham, I eat a little bit of ham. The Make sure it's not the kind with all the maple syrup and all that on there. I get some ham that's not been sweetened with pineapples, all that stuff. But I'll eat a little bit of that ham, and that's pretty much, green beans,
Yeah.
things like that. I'm sure we're gonna have some kind of mustard greens, collard greens, or something like that. And that's pretty much it. I'm not doing any of the mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese.
Dang, I
No
can't even do the
dressing.
cornbread or the dressing.
Yeah, and I love dressing, but I choose not to eat that. So,
Yeah.
because it affects carbs. It affects you as diabetic. And so for all the diabetics out there or the people who even have pre-diabetes, just be mindful of that. Don't go too hard. I know there's some diabetics out there as well. It's only 2 times a year I get to eat like this, so I'm gonna have
I'm a splurge.
I'm a splurge, but all we're saying is to come up with a game plan and to make choices. I would say don't double carb if possible. If you know you want a slice of pecan pie, just get you some low carb vegetables and protein, and then save your carbs for the cake or whatever kind of pie that you like. Don't get cornbread, mac and cheese,
Right.
mashed potatoes, and then go get you some pecan pie.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, because you're gonna wonder why your blood sugar 300 and
Right. You're gonna end up in the
you're
hospital
gonna be in the hospital.
with
Yeah.
decay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all we saying. That's what we wanted to come over here and talk about. And another thing, I know you don't drink, but me, I like to sip some wine. So I know that if I'm gonna sip my wine, I for damn sure can't have no pumpkin pie, no ice cream, or nothing like that.
Like you're really gonna have to pick your poison.
I'm gonna have to pick my poison. If I want to have me a glass of wine, I'm just stick to my proteins and my vegetables because I don't want any kind of issues. And I'm gonna check my blood sugar before I eat.
Yeah.
And 2 hours after I eat because I don't plan to eat more than twice that day. Some people you eating all day long, you snacking.
Yep.
Being
diabetic, you can't do that.
You can't do all that, man. And some people, depending on how your family is, I would say in the African American families, a lot of times
it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, and then then a lot of times the food don't be ready till late afternoon, so you go in a Jack in the Box first just to put some on your stomach.
Yep.
So we're just saying be mindful of what uh choices you make and don't not saying you can't have anything, but just moderation and don't double
watch your
talk.
portion.
Watch your portion size. Don't be 3-4 plates and then you have gumbo. Now, your granny can make some good gumbo. Don't go eat all that and then back door with a bowl of gumbo.
Right.
Because the gumbo itself, with all they put in the root, it's not too terrible because you got your chicken, your seafood, and
your
vegetables, your okra and all that. But it's just the white rice. You're going to put that over a full bowl of white rice.
You might as well just eat that. Don't eat nothing else. Just the gumbo.
Just eat the gumbo. It's just that's what I really wanted to do. I know it sounds like we getting on y'all, but we just speaking from experience, and we want y'all to be healthy, and just speak life into you.
And we're not saying that you can't eat at all, but just be careful with what you're eating, and just make sure you check your blood sugar. Like if you have a normal number, okay, you're good to go, but still just be careful because it can rise up at any time.
Yep. Then we want to just give you some hope too, because you are a walking miracle. You on dialysis, but you're still a breath of fresh air. Y'all, I don't know if they come across that people can see that on screen, they can feel it in your energy through the screen. But she has all this going on, but she's still out here trying to help people. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give that energy to y'all, give y'all this just words, these affirmations.
These words, these affirmations, because I definitely just don't want y'all to get to where I'm at. Like, if I can help y'all stop it before it gets too bad or too worse, please. Whatever advice we give y'all, just take it.
Yeah. What do you say about the peer pressure? family members.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
How do people, in your opinion, how do people help, uh, silence the noise from peer pressure?
Oh man, that's kind of tough. Depending on your family and how your family is, I don't know. They're either going to be supportive or they're going to be like, "Oh no, it's gonna be okay. You good. You're gonna be fine." So for me, I don't know. Like I have two cautious. They're like, "Can you eat that? Are you supposed to eat that? I don't think you should be eating that." And then it's okay. You just have a little bit. You'll be okay. Like that's just how it's been like my whole life. But I don't think people really like just understand, especially if you're not just very really educated on the issue and like what people really can have, because a lot of people, they're like, well, I do this and I can do this. Well, that's for you, but you have to realize that everybody's not you and everybody's not the same. So I can't do the same thing that you can do, especially with everything that I have going on. Because like when I go to like family events and they're like, okay, what can you eat? Like, can you even eat anything? They're like, well, dang, we can't even feed you nothing. You just want some water? Like, so it's super, super hard, super, super tough, but you just got to make sure that you have like a really supportive family behind you, but not to the point where they're just like telling you that you can't do this and you can't do that. Like, allow them to listen to you, or, just be able to like talk and tell them, like, I can do certain things, but like, I know I know what I can do for myself, but don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. And something that just hit me, I was even thinking about, if you know whose house you're going over, just kind of send them like a text or something. Saying, hey, I do plan to visit you. I'm on a strict diet. Not saying you gotta cook nothing special for me, but if possible, will you have, let's just say baked chicken, or eating vegetables planned for the menu, because I'm on a strict diet, and I want to be sure that I don't have to bring anything, or I'll be able to enjoy with the family. Because ultimately, that's what it's for. Us to get together and spend time with family and just love on family. The food is just extra. Food is just really extra.
And then sometimes actually before I do go, depending on where I'm going, I'll be like, what did y'all cook? Like, is it something that I can eat? And then if they have something, I'm like, okay, well maybe I can eat that. If not, I will eat before I go somewhere, just because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or they don't even know for sure.
Yeah. That's what kind of time that I'm on. It's kind of like I'll ask, like, what are y'all cooking? And if it's something that I care not to eat, or it's gonna break my routine, I'll just either cook something and bring it over there, because maybe someone else may want to try the meals that I eat on the regular, or I'll just eat before, and like you said, go over there, and I'll just be outside while everybody eating inside. I come back in, and do it like that. But I would say this too: encouraging people, and don't try to have them break their diets. It's just, because we try to live right there. I mean, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I think. Do we have anything else for this? Anything that for the people for our next episode? You want to give them kind of like a brief preview of what we got coming up?
Actually, next episode we can actually get into my like having diabetic retinopathy.
Okay.
And because it's anybody can get it, pre-diabetics, diabetic, type 2s, type 1s.
Yep.
Because I'm actually having my surgery this Friday.
Okay.
So we can definitely like talk about that. I can let y'all know how that goes and everything, and like how to avoid it, or even if you're in it, what you can do to like stop it from getting to my situation, pretty much.
Since I've been diabetic, just with age also, I have readers. So I'm getting used to them. I still get headaches when I'm wearing my glasses. So I'm working on it, because I'm working on it. I wear them around the house, and then I get dizzy, and I'm like, I gotta take these damn things off, because they drive me crazy. But my health has decreased since having, even though I have it under control. It's just the fact that I allowed it to get to the point where I'm a full blown diabetic that is affecting my eyes. Like even at nighttime, sometimes stuff get a little hazy, So That's definitely that'd be perfect.
Mhm.
Cause you'll be fresh with some fresh eyes.
What?
Yeah, come on, I ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing. Give me the glasses. Give me
Cause
the
like
glasses.
even these are not prescribed, y'all. These are Amazon glasses.
Okay.
It's like the what is it, the 5 times?
Yeah.
Like it's super zoomed in. So
Okay.
without these, I can't see nothing.
You gonna snatch them off? And can you see me now?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready.
Yeah.
But even after this surgery coming up Friday, I still have to have like a couple of more because I still got to get a cataract fixed.
Gotcha.
It's just a process.
Process.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm excited for it. I'm getting excited. Just
Mhm.
I can't wait. I can't wait. We're gonna continue to grow. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. This we're trying to get our followers up. We're on
Please.
Instagram. What is our IG?
Yes, our IG is Affirmative Podcast, AFFIRMATIVE Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok. Still working on getting our other social medias together, but for sure, Instagram and TikTok is where I post most of our content. And then, of course, yeah, our YouTube is Affirmative Podcast.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
Peace.